Alright, in this little tutorial I want to show you how to create a pause button that will allow the music to play, and when you hit a pause button it'll actually stop and or remember where it's actually stopped from, and when you hit the play button it'll resume the position. So here's the player I did before, so if I actually now go and get this ready to show you. Here we go, so I come in here, if I play this now, if I stop it and play it again, it plays it at the right at the beginning again. But this time I want to pause it and play it from where it paused from. And that's it, it's working now. You'll see here, you can see where it'll pause that position 4 seconds, 4.9 seconds, and it'll actually play at that position. So there's a pause button, and let's go through how to make a pause button in our movie. Alright, first thing I need to do is let's have a look from my buttons menu. Remember how to find where the buttons menu is. It's up here, it's Windows. I go to Common Libraries, Buttons, and it's Playback Flat. So I'll find where Playback Flat is, and I'll try to find a pause button. There it is. And I'll drag that across to my library, so I'll get the library ready, and Playback Pause. And I'll drag it into there. Come up there, oh, there it is there. And there we go. So what I'll do now is I'll drag that to the stage, and I might do a bit of rearrangement here, so I'll have a pause button, so I'll drag that around there. I'm just doing it rough, you can make sure it's a bit neater than this. And there's our pause button. Now remember, I have to give it an instance name, so I'll highlight the button. You'll see it's a button here, and I'll go BTN for button. The word pause, and the song is called Natty. So there's my pause button in code, and we should now be able to put some action script on that and get it working. Now I've put the pause button in the wrong position. You see it's actually in the actions button. I don't want it there, I want it on the buttons menu. The easy way to do this is go Control X, put it where I want it in the buttons layer. Then I'm going to go here and I'm going to go paste in place, and it pastes it in place. So now let's have a look. Right. So far we have got in my window here, it's not where I want it to be. Here it is. Okay, so I've got a button to I've got a button that'll go home, and I've got a button to play, and I've got a button to stop. So to continue on this, let's put the pause button just in here. So it's BTN, so it's pause Natty, that's the name of the button. On release equals function open brace, creates a cool close brace for me. And now the first thing I want to do, song sound. Now we're going to stop it. The first thing I want to do when I pause it, I actually want to stop it, and we'll see if that's working. Just I'll check the code, verify the code, there's no errors, and I'll format it so it looks nice. Now let's test that now. Here we go. So if I play it, now that's actually stopped it. But it's, remember, we have to change that variable because actually it won't play. It thinks it's still playing. So what we'll do is we have to come here again, and remember what we have to do We'll set that variable playing to equal false. Okay. Now it'll work. Now if you skipped the last video, what we did is we created a variable on the play button, so when we play it, we can't keep on hitting the play button and trigger multiple starts of the sound file. So it'll play, it starts again back at that position. So that's what we've done. Now we have to do something else as well. What we want to do just in here is immediately after we stop it, we're actually going to then create a variable, and we're going to track how that variable is going. So variable, I've called it song position. And we're going to start off variable song position equals 0. So basically later on we can put that variable in here. We can actually start that sound at 10 seconds, 20 seconds, 30 seconds. We're going to use this variable to track where the sound actually is, and how far it's actually gone through the track, how many seconds into the track the song has actually been playing for. So if I come here, and I'll just demonstrate this, on the play button, instead of starting at the start, if I actually put 10, what that will do is it'll actually play 10 seconds into that piece of music. So instead of playing at the start, it'll play 10 seconds in. That's not the very start, it's about 10 seconds in. So that just demonstrates that we can actually start this at different positions, and that's the principle of actually getting a pause button to work. So if I do this again now at 5 seconds, you'll see it starts at a different position. So that's about 5 seconds in. Okay, so I'll leave that blank for the time being. I'll show you what we can do. Right, what we're going to do now is immediately after this has stopped, I'm going to go song sound. I'm going to use another method. Now methods are when we use the full stop straight after an object or a variable. Come up here, and I can scroll down, touch sound duration. It's not coming up here. Position, that's it. So that's the position. And I'm going to get that variable now, which I've called it song position equals sound position. So in other words, when we hit that sound, when we stop it, immediately what it will do is it'll actually track what the song position is at that point. We might just change it the other way around. And there we go. So I've tracked the song position. I've figured out exactly what the song position is at that point. And then I've stopped the sound. And just see what that actually does. I'm going to do this. In other words, I just want to see what's going on. And that should tell me what the song position is when I hit the pause button. It'll trace that out. There you go. So it says 1015. A bit further into it's 3011. Right. Well, what I want to do now is I want a song position. We're going to do a bit of maths here. It's divided by, I think it was 1,000, or it could be 100. Just have a bit of a sneaky look at the code. It's actually 1,000. So what we need to do is divide the song position by 1,000 to give us how many actual seconds it's into the song. So now if I do this, there you go, there's the song position. A bit further into the song. What's happening though, it's always going back to the start, because when we hit play, this section here, what it's doing when we hit the play button is it's actually starting at 0. What we want it to start at is, what we want to start the song position, we want to start it at the position it was when we paused it. So how we do that is we get the song position, this variable, and we'll start it at that position. So if I'll stop it at 3 seconds, it'll actually play now at 3 seconds. And what I'll do, the very instant that we hit the play button, it'll actually tell us what the position is, and it'll actually play at that position. So song position starts up at 0. Then what happens when we hit the play button, it'll actually start. It'll play at the song position. Now it's because it's 0 at the first time. It'll play at the position 0, which is at the very start. When we hit the pause button, that position will change. It might say 10 seconds. When we hit the play button again, what I'll do is it'll play it at 10 seconds or whatever, how many seconds it is in the song. Starts up at 0, 2 seconds, 2.76 seconds, and starts at 2 minutes, 2 seconds, 0.7, so. There we have our pause button. So that's how you create a pause button. So the key to it is you create a variable. You can call it song position, or music position, or track position. You set it at 0 initially. You then, on the pause button, you then track that position. So you use this method called position. So on the object, you track what the position is. You divide that figure by 1,000 to return seconds. So it says song position. You can then, when you hit play, it'll play at the sound that was captured. It'll play at the position that was captured. So it was 5 seconds in, it'll play exactly 5 seconds in. And that's how you do a resume at the point of pause. So there's a lot of code in there, and I think I'll leave it there. A bit later on I can show you how to do a volume button. Forward, fast forward, or fast reverse if you want as well.